Today on CityCast Philly, ooh, it's that time of the year when you hear the sounds of the ice cream trucks driving around the neighborhood or at the playgrounds. One vanilla cone with rainbow sprinkles for me. But Philly's got a lot of other places you can get your cone or popsicle fix. I'm speaking with CityCast Philly's food contributor, Dave Wes, about our favorite spots for ice cream, water ice, and other frozen treats. It's Wednesday, May 8th. I'm Trinae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Dave Wes, CityCast Philly food contributor and creator behind Feeding Time TV. Glad to have you back on the show.
Always good to be back. Who's ready for a brain freeze?
I know, right? Okay, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, favorite. I've been on a pistachio kick lately.
Ooh,
I like that.
Pistachio.
And like you can't go wrong with the cookie dough when you see that. But and then if I see an intriguing flavor that I was like, oh, like tahini, vanilla bean, vanilla, like I need to try that. So like that's the great thing about this area is like they're coming up with some crazy flavors, some of these companies. So but I would say pistachio and then vanilla and then cookie dough ice cream are my favorites. How about you?
I love a good cookie dough. I usually go for a butter almond.
Ooh.
But I'll settle for butter pecan. It's just sometimes my tongue will itch, but it's worth it.
Grab the EpiPen just in case, right?
And then I have to have rainbow sprinkles. I'm a big kid. I gotta have my rainbow sprinkles.
Okay, so you call them sprinkles and not jimmies.
Yes. The Jersey side of me says sprinkles, but then the Delco side says jimmies.
I got you. I grew up calling them jimmies myself. So I don't hold it against you. It's not like I'll die on the hill when we talk about pork roll versus Taylor ham. But like jimmies and sprinkles, I'm not, yeah, whatever. We both know what we're talking about.
Okay, let's get into some recommendations for where we can get some ice cream. Let's start with the soft serve. Where should we go?
Soft serve. Right off the top of the bat, I would recommend 1-900 ice cream. Their soft serve, their flavors. They have a couple locations. They have one in Rittenhouse, one in Fishtown. And the gentleman who owns the company, Ryan Fitzgerald, he has a really good Instagram. He shows the process and everything that he's doing. It's very involved. It's a solid place to get soft serve. Maybe it's not a solid place. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. Solid place, soft serve. I like that. Okay, what flavor should we get if we go to 1-900 ice cream?
I would say get the Choco Taco. I have not gotten it yet, but it looks phenomenal. He's one of the shops that have rotating flavors too, so be on the lookout for like something tasty. But if I were to go, what I want to get the next time I go is the Choco Taco.
Nice. For soft serve, I'm going to say my recommendation would be, like I said at the top, Mr. Softy. But then also, we got to shout out Rita's Water Ice. They also have soft serve custard.
Yeah.
So you can get vanilla or chocolate or get them mix. I like that too.
Yeah, they do the concretes too.
Nice.
That's also really good too.
Okay, we'll talk about water ice later in the show.
I don't want to jump the gun.
Now, we just talked about soft serve. Let's talk about hard ice cream. Where am I going?
Oh, Milk John has become a fan favorite. I have at least 2 containers in my house right now in my freezer. Okay. They have really cool flavors. They have vegan options. They have like a tahini fudge swirl ice cream, and that's vegan. The Earl Grey with the honeycomb, it's fantastic. It's just like cool flavors that you don't see a lot, and they're releasing a collab with Dream World Bakes, and she's known for her extravagant cakes, awesome flavors, and they're doing a collab, and I guess you can guess they're going to do an ice cream cake, and it's fantastic looking, very beautiful, lots of colors. I would go to their Instagram, check out both Milk John and Dream World Bakes. It's a giant ice cream cake that's just beautiful with some really crazy flavors. I highly recommend checking them out.
I love an ice cream cake for like birthdays. It's a combination of both.
Yeah, everybody likes ice cream cake. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Where else can we get some hard ice cream?
Van Leeuwen, they're popping up everywhere. They have a location in Center City and in Fishtown. But they're another company that does like really crazy flavors. Like they have a lemon poppy seed muffin that's really interesting.
Oh, that sounds good. They have a flavor called glass onion.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Like I said, I'll try anything once.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, what do you when you order ice cream, do you get besides the Jimmy's, do you get additional toppings? Like, are you caramel, hot fudge, cherry, whipped cream? Are there any other additives that you do?
Okay, so speaking of hard ice cream, I if we go to Cold Stone, gotta
Okay.
shout out Cold Stone, I will get Snickers. I'll get caramel.
Hmm.
Like I like to have caramel, some type of nut, and rainbow sprinkles.
There you go.
What do you like to mix into your ice cream?
Ooh, so I love hot fudge, but what gets me extremely angry is when I go to like a new ice cream place and I order hot fudge and they give me Hershey syrup. Like I was like, listen,
Ah,
I'm not
yeah.
a 5 year old. You can't just pass off Hershey syrup and tell me it's hot fudge and think I'm not going to notice. I know the difference,
Yeah.
and I hate that. And then, or when I see like they're making in the back, I see them grab the Hershey syrup. Like there's a time and a place for Hershey syrup. I'm not ordering that. I'm ordering hot fudge. I want something out of a machine you gotta pump and it comes out hot and it starts melting and it starts caking up on the side of like the cone or the cup, whatever you have. I don't want Hershey syrup. Sorry.
Do not give Dave Hershey syrup. Give him the real stuff. Okay. A recommendation I have if you want to get hard ice cream would be from Fairmount Flavors.
That's by me. That's walking distance.
Oh, so you're familiar with this place,
Yeah, yeah. What's your favorite thing to get there?
Dave? Ice cream and rainbow sprinkles. No, I love that it's such a neighborhood spot. And when I lived on 19th Street back in the day, we would just go walk and, grab a treat. I just love that neighborhood vibe.
Yeah, it's a nice spot to just go walk up, and the CVS is right there too. So I usually pop into the CVS, get all my like needs from there, and then I'll go wait in line and get myself some ice cream over there. Share it with my puppy. I gotta ask you, so are you a cone or a cup girl?
If they have waffle cones, I'll
Oh,
splurge and get the waffle cone, but I usually go for the cup.
yeah, I do cup too. I feel it holds all the toppings and the hot fudge better. Now, for waffle cones, are you going regular waffle cone or the waffle cones that's like $8 that they dip in chocolate and a little bit fancier?
No, I'll go for like just a regular waffle cone.
Okay. Because these ice cream places are trying to upsell you. Like, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. And I feel like a lot of these places too have more than just ice cream. Like these spots sometimes have like ice cream sandwiches, they'll sell water ice.
Milkshakes.
Well, speaking of milkshakes, Dave, I want to also recommend this is another treat. Go to Kook Burger and Bar on Market Street, on 2102 Market Street. They have these gigantic mugs, glass mugs, that the flavors are so crazy. And they'll put like an entire slice of cheesecake on top of your milkshake.
It's crazy there.
It's
Which one? I got the
insane.
strawberry one. What one did you get?
I got the s'mores.
The s'mores?
It was
Yeah.
so gooey and chocolatey and just like, tastes like a little campfire.
Yeah.
More frozen treat recommendations after the break. Okay, we've given a lot of different recommendations: soft serve, hard ice cream, milkshakes. Now we got to have some water ice.
Oh, you can't have a segment and not talk about water, especially broadcasting in Philadelphia. There'd be a riot. So we gotta get into that.
Favorite water ice place?
Mine is John's Water Ice, right in South Philly, walking distance of Mon and Angelo's. So you can get some Cambodian noodles, some pizza, some cheesesteaks, and then cool yourself off with some ice cold John's Water Ice. It's one of the few places you can order like a 4-pack of water ice and they serve it to you in a Newport cigarette box. It's great. It's really great. Shout out to the Cardulos. They're all really nice people. And they make amazing water ice. Have you been?
I have never been to John's yet.
Oh, we gotta take a
Yeah,
trip.
I'm gonna go.
And then we'll make a stop. We can stop by because it's real close to the Italian market. We can go to Paisano's for a sandwich or Angelo's, and we'll end up there for dessert. Deal.
Okay. Looking forward to trying John's. We got to shout out Rita's. This is a regional staple to get water ice, and they've got some cool flavors.
They're always coming up with cool stuff.
Oh, wait. They have like a mango strawberry. I feel like after a while, they're like, okay, people are asking for the 2 flavors, so let's just make a flavor with both of the flavors.
Yeah. They have the sampler now, too, where you can get 4 different water ices in like a little tray thing. I was like, that's genius. Yeah, you get a little bit of, it's like an appetizer of water ice. And
water ice flight.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. And they come up with like some crazy flavor every year. But like the Swedish fish was a game changer. Like I know people that are like addicted to it. They need the Swedish fish.
Okay, speaking of South Philly, I mean, a lot of great food comes out of South Philly. Let's just be honest.
Agreed.
Where else can we get some water ice?
Pop's water ice is also a fan favorite in all of Philadelphia, but especially South Philly. I don't know too much about rivalries. I go to John's just because I'm in that area a little bit more, just because I'm always eating food there. But I've been to Pop's as well, and that's really good water ice as well.
Have you been to Chuck's?
I have not been to Chuck's. Is that in South Philly as well?
Chuck's is in South Philly. CityCast Philly producer Abby Fritz put us onto that. We did an episode once about Philly treats, and she recommended Chuck's. Chuck's is legit. I like Chuck's. It's like just a window out of like a corner store, and you just walk up there. Of course, you know what I got. I got a mango water ice, but also they'll make a gelati too. And I also threw in some rainbow sprinkles on my gelati.
Nice.
I'm
nice.
addicted.
They're pretty too. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I'm on the boardwalk and I see someone with ice cream with the rainbow sprinkles, I might not even want something sweet. I'm just like, damn, that looks good. And I'm just like watching the kids roll by with their ice cream melting down their arm. Yes. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to be that kid. Yeah, anyone else feeling ice cream?
I also have to shout out my spots. When I'm in North Philly, gotta go to King's on 33rd.
Okay. I'll have to give that a shot. I haven't been to King's.
King's gets crowded because it's like a small area. There is like a driveway parking lot, but it's usually like cars park in such a weird way it's like on the corner of 33rd and Cecil B. So it's really tight. It's like the spot you go to after school. So it's a bunch of kids. But what I like about King's and also George's in Upper Darby is you can get pizza pretzels, cheese pretzels. You could get hot dogs, hot sausages, ice cream, and water ice. So it's like
hot sausages and ice cream?
Oh, yes.
Is it sausage ice cream?
No. And ice cream? Hot sausage and an ice cream.
Okay. I'll try anything once, maybe twice.
There's this other spot in West Philly in Overbrook called Overbrook Flavored Ices and Creams. And you can also get like pizza pretzels, cheese pretzels. And sometimes they do like beef pepperoni.
I like pepperoni.
And it's just like the pretzel is so soft. The cheese is, that cheese pull is crazy. And another great spot, like after school, after work, go sneak in there and get some food.
Hell yeah. Now that sounds like an assortment of treats, after school treats.
That's the one thing I love about Philly is our neighborhood corner stores. And that's another spot where you can get cheap water ice, especially for the kids. And what neighborhood water ices taught me is the flavor called rainbow, where it is all the flavors packed into one.
Tutti Frutti, right?
Yeah. I love it. You can get it for $1. It might be $2 now. I don't know.
I think it's all the things that fell out and we'll just put it all in one thing.
Yes, it's so good. Okay. We've talked about ice cream, water rice, soft serve, sandwiches, pizza pretzels. Uh, we got to talk about some other places where we can get frozen treats like a gelato.
That silky smooth ice cream treat. I would say the newest place where I was just at for Cinco de Mayo was Vita. And they were doing a bunch of crazy Mexican flavors. Like one of my favorite flavors and drinks, horchata.
What's that?
It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, milk, but in
Mm.
a gelato. They had a Mexican chocolate, so it was like dark chocolate on the front and then spicy on the back end with some cayenne pepper. That
Mm-hmm.
was really good. They had an avocado, sweet corn. I think they had some other flavors, but they were like just getting down with the Mexican flavors, and I loved it. I tasted every single one of them. They give you the little spoons that you can taste test. Yeah, that was really good.
Now, saying those flavors, I'm thinking, on a frozen treat, but like, what's the difference between a gelato and ice cream?
So gelato and ice cream, they're similar ingredients. I think it's just the proportions that are a little bit different. I know when I've had a gelato, it's usually served a little bit warmer. You don't have to wait for it to melt. It's ready to go right there. Because like sometimes ice cream's a little bit hard on the harder
Mhm.
side. And I think it's me personally, it's like less airy, and I would say maybe a little bit creamier.
Nice. Okay. So you recommended we go to Vita in Rittenhouse Square. Any other places?
Fiore Fine Foods. So that's a newer spot on Frankfurt Avenue. They're doing amazing Italian pastries. They're also doing like pop-up dinners, and they make fantastic gelato. Their flavors are always changing too. I highly recommend going in there for breakfast, getting there, get everything. Get the breakfast sandwiches, get the baked goods, get the ice cream, get the coffee, and they sell like a hoodie. I love merch.
Yeah.
So they have one that like has ice cream, like a Ghostbuster sign through ice cream, and it's like eat gelato or something like that. So I love that for them.
You always know all the good spots. Any other places to get gelato?
A classic one in Center City is Grand Cafe Acquia. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I didn't pass Italian. So that's sorry about that. But you can eat dinner there, but you can also just go in the front of the restaurant and they have a whole case. The pistachio there is really, really good. That's what I would recommend. Italian restaurant that does gelato and does a really good pistachio. And they do another flavor with like, it's like a Ferrero Rocher, like those little candies. Like fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. So Trinae, let me ask you: is there any? Philadelphia has a lot of places to get ice cream and water ice and gelato and frozen treats. Is there any place that's on your list that you haven't gone but you really want to try?
I really, really want to try Franklin Fountain. It's like an
Oh,
iconic place in Philly to get ice cream and milkshake and sundaes and ice cream sandwiches. And that's what I want to try.
yeah, it's a really cool experience too because the building and where it is, it's like you're transported to I don't know, like the 40s or
Hmm.
50s. It's like they're all wearing a uniform with the hat, and it's got the antique register. They have like the candy cigarettes and old timey candy. It's like it's like a blast from the past. Like you're being transported. Just the prices are very current. But
That's funny.
that's a place they do really good hot fudge and really good hot caramel. Well, caramel. They don't skimp. It's really good. It's good ice cream. Their milkshakes are excellent. And I highly recommend getting the Mount Vesuvius. It's a giant sundae with hot fudge brownie bites in it. It's
Ooh.
you could share it with at least another person. Highly recommend.
Dave, this was amazing. Okay. Maybe we have to start with dessert first next time we eat.
Deal. As always, at the end of all of our conversations, I'm hungry again
Me
and
too.
craving now ice cream. So
All right. That was CityCast Philly's food contributor and creator behind Feeding Time TV, Dave Wes. Dave, thanks for being here.
thank you for having me. Have a good day, everybody.
We'll have links to all of these recommendations in our show notes. That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to get a brain freeze from all this ice cream. But if you enjoyed this episode, tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.